almost 2 minutes. You guys all ready to go? What? No. My eyes would have been probably totally squinting. You wouldn't have been able to look like I was talking with my eyes closed or something. You guys all ready? It feels a lot better when you're not in the sun, right? Yeah, I bet. Oh, you guys in the sun? Well, you guys stand on that side. Conroy's not in the sun over there. Well, good morning, everyone. It is great to be with you all here this morning. I just want to start this morning by thanking my colleagues on Metro Council. Yesterday, the Budget Committee met and they made changes to my proposed budget for the next fiscal year of Louisville Metro government. And I support the amended budget that they have that came out of the Budget Committee, and I encourage the entire Metro Council to approve that amended budget on Thursday evening. And part of that budget deals with something that's near and dear to my heart. That is one of our key priorities in our administration and something that we wanted to talk more about today. And that's what brings us to where we are. We're standing on what seem to be 2 vacant lots. But what I see is a land of possibility. These 2 vacant lots that we're standing on today have been sitting empty for decades. One of them has been in the land bank since 1999. The other since 1992. Now, some of you all here today were not even born in 1992 when this property first got into the land bank. Let me bring you back to tell you how long this property has been sitting vacant and has been in the land bank. If you all remember a president from long ago, Bill Clinton, he was just elected president. The dream team that we now fondly look back on as part of sports lore and history in the Olympics, the dream team first played in 1992. If you're a music fan, Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You was at the top of the charts. The very first text message was sent in 1992, and I was a freshman in college. That's how long this property has been sitting vacant here in the heart of our city. And that's way too long for a property to sit vacant. And today, I'm excited to share with you all that these 2 empty lots will soon become a brand new fourplex. That means 4 new affordable homes, 4 new opportunities for families to live in this neighborhood, to put down their roots and build their futures. For almost 40 years, all the way back to 1989, the Louisville Land Bank Authority has taken abandoned properties like the ones that we're standing on today and put them back into productive use. It's a lasting partnership between Louisville Metro government, JCPS, and the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And we saw an opportunity to make it even more effective. And that's why over the past year, the land bank has been more intentional, has been more visible, and more accountable to get properties like these that we're on today to help revitalize neighborhoods and create more affordable housing all across our city. The land bank expanded their community engagement and outreach. They launched the Land Bank-A-Rama to help spread the word on the properties that are available. And the efforts are creating real results. Just over the past year, the land bank has sold or leased 110 properties that double their activity in each of the previous 2 years. That's right. It's great work. The land bank team over here, thank you all very much. 38 land bank projects have been completed compared to just 5 the year before. And right now, 71 properties are under development. That's real progress. That means something. That means something to every family that has a new home to call home, and that means something to neighborhoods like the one that we're in today that get to see long vacant properties turned into new homes that families care about and take care of. And this work, yes, this work is happening all across the city in 12 different Metro Council districts. And I want to thank the folks that are making this happen, our cheering section today. I want to thank Laura and Grabowski and the team at Office of Housing and Community Development, along with Tia Bowman. Tia, you and your entire team are doing great work. Thank you all so much for what you've done, and we know that this positive momentum that you have started is just getting going. None of this work, however, would be possible without strong community partners that can take vacant properties and turn them into new homes. And today, we're joined, come on, Joseph. Today, we're joined by Joseph Scott. Joseph is a developer with Joe Ash Construction. He has over 20 years of experience in development and in construction. And soon, he and his team are going to get to work right here on these 2 vacant lots to build these 4 new homes. That means something to Joseph, more than just bricks and mortar. Joseph grew up in this neighborhood, and so being able to give back by giving new families, more families, the opportunity to call this neighborhood that means so much to Joseph and his team, to call it home, is something special to him. Joseph, thank you so much for the work that you're doing. We're excited for you to turn these lots into housing, and thank you for joining us this morning.
All right. Thank you, Murray. Just first of all, I want to give God all the glory. To Him be the glory. But also, we want to thank the Land Bank because they worked with me in getting and acquiring this property. Just want to give a small story. I grew up in the mid 60s, late 60s, in this area, in the Parkland area, and this used to be Parkland middle school. So I have a history of this area. We used to come through here and on our way to Algonquin Pool. So growing up as a child, I saw how bustling this area was before the riots, and I just think the opportunity to come back and make a difference today. So with that said, I just want to say once again, kudos off to the Land Bank for giving us the opportunity, and kudos to my staff because we want to put a fourplex here, and look how close it is to the school. We're thinking about affordable housing for maybe a single family mother or a low income family where they can have a resident and it makes it easy for them to get the kids to school. So we kind of picked this. That's one of the main reasons why we selected this place. It's because we're right across from Johnson Middle School. So I just want to thank you, Mayor, thank the Land Bank for all that you all do to make it accessible for small developers to cut our teeth on projects like this. So this is a great opportunity for other developers if y'all looking, visit the Land Bank, uh, look at what they have online. They really make it accessible and easy for you to acquire the property. You just got to get on there and then communicate. They work with me like nobody ever has done before in getting everything that we need to get done. So once again, I want to kudos off to the Land Bank, kudos off to the mayor, and I want to just tell all the council people that's looking at that, let's approve the budget.
Thank you so much, Joseph, and thanks for teeing up that strong recommendation for folks to reach out to the Land Bank because that's what we also want people to know about. We want people to know the good work that the Land Bank is doing right now, the activity that's going on in neighborhoods like here in Parkland. But there's so much more opportunity as well. Right now, the Land Bank has nearly 500 properties that are still available for purchase. And these properties, they are priced to move, priced to turn grass into homes, just like Joseph was talking about. These lots will be sold by the Land Bank for anywhere between $500 and $1,000. We want to put them into the hands of people that will turn these properties into new homes for families. The Land Bank encourages qualified developers and small builders to take a look at these properties and to learn more about the application process. This is a chance to make a life-changing difference for families all across our community because every property that becomes a home does so much for a family and so much for our city. It strengthens our blocks, it strengthens our neighborhoods, it strengthens our schools, it strengthens Louisville, just as you heard Joseph talking about. Think about it today. we're standing on 2 vacant lots. And in about 18 months, families are going to be turning the lock and stepping into their brand new homes. That's progress. That's partnership. That's possibility that truly matters for our community. So Joseph, thank you so much for what you're doing, and thanks to the entire Land Bank team. And I also want to have one other housing related announcement today. In addition to creating more housing in Louisville, like Joseph and his team are doing in partnership with the Land Bank right here, we want people to be able to find existing housing that works for their budget and works for their needs as well. And so we recently partnered with Citywise Software to launch a new rental housing website that brings local listings into one easily searchable place. And different from national listing sites, this platform is designed around our community's needs and our goals here in Louisville. It elevates small and mid-sized landlords who often rely on word of mouth for renters so that they can filter by price, by number of bedrooms in the neighborhood to compare what's easily available. Small landlords, those with under 20 listings, will be able to post on this website for free to get the word out about their apartments. So I want to thank Citywise, our team at the Office of Housing and Community Development, Councilman Reno Weber, who worked closely with our team over the last 9 months to make this happen. You can check it out at our website, apartments.louisvilleky.gov. Thank you so much, Joseph, for being with us today. And this is just one of the many initiatives that we're doing to build more affordable housing all across the entire community. Thanks, Joseph. All right, we're going to switch topics here real quick. Thank you. Yeah. Before we open it up for questions this morning, I do want to address the situation on Bardstown Road. Bardstown Road is one of our city's most vibrant cultural and entertainment and retail hubs. It's a place that we want to be welcoming and inviting for our entire community, for visitors to our city, for residents, for everyone. Unfortunately, our attention over the past couple of weekends has been focused there for the wrong reasons. Unruly crowds and individuals out at late night into the wee hours of the morning have been blocking traffic, disturbing neighbors, hurting our safety in our community. Our team has stepped up their efforts significantly. We have dedicated significant law enforcement resources to the Bardstown Road corridor over the past several weekends, and as we will this entire summer. We've been working with improved communications with the local businesses that are on and around Bardstown Road. Last weekend, our task force issued 39 citations, issued 21 adults along with 3 juveniles, and towed 2 cars. In total, just to date, the work of the summer task force has resulted so far in 216 citations, 101 arrests, 18 juvenile citations, 12 juvenile arrests, along with 23 towed vehicles and 49 parking tickets. We are taking action. We will not tolerate behavior that is unacceptable on Bardstown Road, that is unacceptable anywhere in our community. We want people to be able to enjoy our local businesses, to enjoy nights out with their friends and their family, and to enjoy it safely. That is our focus, and that is what you see our teams doing every day and every weekend. So right now, we're actively exploring all options beyond enforcement to build on the work that we've done and to prevent late night safety issues in this area. Now, let me be clear. Most of the businesses that operate around Bardstown Road, just like most of the businesses that operate all across our entire city, are run by good local folks who are doing the right thing, who are following the rules, who are working with LMPD, working with ABC, working with our administration to ensure that their patrons can enjoy their hospitality experiences in a safe environment. But when businesses don't follow the rules, we'll take action. And that's what you see us doing once again this morning. Earlier today, Louisville Metro ABC issued an emergency shutdown order for Atomic, located at 1125 Bardstown Road. This follows fights shootings, and other incidents over the weekend. This order takes effect immediately and suspends the establishment's alcohol beverage license pending further investigation and administrative proceedings. ABC's investigation is ongoing, limiting what Director Brad Silvera and I can share. But I do want to make this clear. We want all of our businesses to thrive, and we want our entire community to enjoy vibrant entertainment areas like Bardstown Road. But we will not accept behavior, we will not accept establishments that threaten the safety of our public spaces and our community. Director Silvera, I want to thank you and your team so much. I know they've been working through the night, over the weeks, on the weekends, and they've been working extra long hours following what happened this past weekend that led up to this emergency suspension order. I want to thank all the folks that are involved with the LMPD Summer Task Force. I want to give thanks to our Jefferson County Sheriff's Office that has added resources over the past several weekends so that there are more people ensuring people can enjoy themselves safely. So that's where we are right now. There is limited amount of information. We can answer questions on this emergency suspension order, as I mentioned, because it's pending right now. But we did want to communicate that to the community this morning. And finally, we also are asking for the community's help. Yesterday, LMPD released a photo of an individual that they would like to speak with regarding one of the shootings that occurred out in front of the Atomic Bar. If you have any information about this individual that LMPD has released, please, you can call anonymously or not, 574-LMPD. We could use the community's help to identify this individual and have a conversation. Thank you all very much, and we're happy to take any questions about housing, about Bardstown Road, or any other topics that members of the media would like to talk about. Thank you.
How is Atomic linked to any of the violence that occurred over the weekend? I feel like it's under investigation, but can you give us some more specific ties? What happened?
Director Silvera, do you want to?
The question was about Atomic's ties, and we will be very careful with what we say today. It is an ongoing investigation, like the mayor said. However, I have been very consistent in the administration of these emergency suspension orders, Mark, and it is, if a patron of the establishment was not involved in the situation, we would not issue an emergency suspension order against that establishment.
I got a follow-up question. LMPD's release over the weekend highlighted Atomic and the Hub. Atomic's license on that facility suspended. What about the Hub? Are you investigating that, or what stood out?
They've both been investigated, and it's still ongoing. But so far, there's been no ties from what we've been able to see. I need to repeat the question. I'm sorry. The question was about whether the Hub was involved in similar circumstances to like Atomic is. So far, our investigation, the enforcement team has not connected any patron to the establishment like we did on Atomic. Okay. Yes, sir.
I also want to reiterate that because right now there is no information to indicate that the Hub has anything to do with this. And I know there's been some media attention on that, but right now we have no information that would connect the Hub to any of the shootings or violence that took place. And that's why the focus is on Atomic at this time.
Mayor, the Hub issued a statement yesterday saying we've reached the breaking point and are considering temporarily closing. They said that until the city gets control of it. What is your message to the businesses established in the Highlands?
We understand their concern. We share their concerns. We've been working closely with local businesses up and along Bardstown Road. That's why you've seen the action that we've taken. We have dedicated significant law enforcement resources to this entire corridor for this entire summer, and we'll continue to do that. You see the action that we take when bars, nightclubs don't follow the rules. I believe, Director Silvera, this is the 12th suspension or action that ABC has taken since I've been mayor. We are serious about ensuring that people follow the rules because we want our hospitality and nightlife scene to be vibrant and to thrive. It's one of the things that Louisville is known for. It's one of the reasons that people come to our city. So that's why we're stepping up action. And it's not just law enforcement action. We are towing cars. We now have brought portable spotlights out there to make it safer for the officers and to ensure that they can do their work. We're towing cars. We're issuing tickets. We're issuing juvenile citations for individuals that are juveniles and violating the curfews. So we have significant resources that are out there, and now we're exploring all options as well. So we share their frustrations. We understand that neighbors are frustrated too. We understand that neighbors are considering possibly a wet dry vote in some of those precincts. So every option is on the table, and you'll continue to see us take very serious action like we are this morning. So I'm not going to talk about all the options that we're considering, but we're consulting what my legal authority is, given the situations that we're dealing with, which I believe create emergency-like situation to deal with. And so we're looking at what all of our authority is. There are other ideas that are pending that have different implications on businesses, on residents. A lot have talked about a curfew. Of course, we're looking at that, but also at the same time, these are not just juveniles that are out there. We know that some of these individuals are juveniles, and you've seen us issue citations to juveniles, but there are also a lot of people over the age of 18, over the age of 21 that are involved and that are out there as well. And so just changing a curfew would not be the solution to this entire issue.
On Bardstown Road, as you alluded to, there was new lighting installed. There's all the some council members like Councilman Anderson said that the city should take a focus really aggressive approach and college services to their responsibility. Do you agree with that?
Again, as I just said, we have dedicated significant law enforcement resources to this area. They are our LMPD, ABC, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, all of them are incredibly proactive. You see that in the number of arrests made, in the number of citations that are issued, in the number of cars that are towed, in the other things that we're doing, like bringing lights out, like dealing with local property owners to get trespass waivers so that we can tow cars from private lots that are not authorized to be there in the wee hours of the morning. All of this coordinated effort is to ensure that people can enjoy themselves safely. You will continue to see us take continued efforts. I was on the phone this morning with representatives of establishments along Bardstown Road, and we'll continue working on it on every single day to ensure that people can enjoy themselves safely.
How do you find that balance between coming down hard and not impacting other businesses?
Well, the goal here is to help support the businesses that are doing the right thing, that are there for people's enjoyment so that they can enjoy it safely. If you're on the sidewalk anywhere, whether it's Bardstown Road or any street in the city, in large groups of people at 3 a.m, that creates some issues. And so we're focused on the individuals within those groups that are not following the rules, not following the laws, and that's reflected in our actions. We will continue to take these necessary steps to ensure that everyone can enjoy themselves safely. And that's why I want to thank ABC for working literally through nonstop since these actions occurred to gather information so that they could take the emergency suspension order that they did this morning towards Atomic, which we believe is connected, as Brad mentioned, to the shootings, and that will all come out.
Mayor, how are you going to define success with all the technical
We are going to continue working until people can enjoy themselves safely on Bardstown Road, in every entertainment district in our community, where people feel safe and are safe and can enjoy themselves, where our local businesses can thrive, where neighborhoods and businesses can coexist. That is our goal for Bardstown Road. That's our goal for every neighborhood. We will not stop working towards that goal. And I think, and I hope the community sees how seriously we are taking this issue, just as we would anywhere in our community, and we will continue to stay at it.
This may be a better question for the record. Have you had ongoing conversations with the owner of Atomic and have there been previous issues or is this suspension just due to what happened Sunday night?
The suspension is due to what happened Sunday morning, and they have, Atomic is not a stranger to the Enforcement Hearing Board, and we have had numerous conversations over the past couple of years, and personally, I think he's a good guy, but we're trying to get through some issues to where keeping people safe is not an option. If you're going to operate, especially in that corridor, safety cannot be at a minimum level, and we won't tolerate anything less.
Think about other businesses that have had similar overcrowding issues in front. What advice or what research has done to help guide bar owners and managers of how to get their places under control or keep the streets under control once they close? Because that's one thing the hub said was like after 2 o'clock, that's when this happened. You were closed. How can people come together to try and help maybe keep people moving?
Yes, sir. We're consulting with some other cities that have large entertainment districts to try to see if there's anything we can learn from the way that they handle large crowds. And so far, I've worked with the chief of LMPD in the mayor's office. We're all putting our heads together with the sheriff and everybody. We'll try to figure out the best solution to this because, like the mayor said, 99% of these businesses are doing it right. And it's an overflow of people that are not there to patronize the businesses to begin with. So we're looking at all options, like the mayor said.
Are there any questions on non-Bardstown Road topics?
Yeah, I'm just curious, is the city investing any money into this project here
Well, the land bank is a city agency that operates. We've got great members of Louisville Metro government, and so part of the subsidy is in the land and facilitating that transaction. And depending on everything, we'll consider if there are needs, we'll look at that. But right now, there's no other additional incentives beyond the property that's going towards this that Joseph and his team are working on. The question is, how difficult is it to get this kind of project in motion? Well, for 30 years, we've been trying to build homes on these properties. And now, fortunately, we have the leadership at the Land Bank and our Office of Housing and Community Development and a real focus on working to get these properties into hands of folks like Joseph Construction, Joash Construction, that will turn it into homes. It's a combination of the city's focus on this area, which you can now see we're doing, given the volume that has drastically increased year over year and will continue to in the future years. And then also having the private sector that is willing to build on lots in the neighborhoods that we have available. We have nearly 500 lots that are available. And so we want more firms like Joash Construction to take advantage of this great opportunity to get property for nearly no cost to build homes on.
As a follow-up, I want to talk a little bit more about the bureaucracy behind it as far as zoning. Are there any changes between 1992 and now that they get this project the public
Zoning is not the issues on projects like this. These are, for the most part, lots like this are in residential neighborhoods. Residential is going back on. There is the right to build projects like you see here on these properties, and so that has not been the impediment. Zoning is not the impediment. We now have lots of other programs too, in addition to the work the land bank's doing. We have a lien waiver program for vacant and abandoned properties, where we can get rid of the liens to once again get more owners to take vacant and abandoned houses and turn them into new houses for new families. Our hope is that there are hundreds more like this. We have nearly 500 properties in the land bank, and the goal is to turn all of those vacant properties into new homes like you see here.
Mayor, what happened with the city's investment in MMY that modular company? My understanding at the time was that it was to get that off the ground, eventually infill land bank properties with pre-planned homes. What's going on there?
So the question was about the city's work with MMY, which is building modular homes not too far from where we stand today. Their work continues, so that is part of our strategy. MMY is still delivering homes and has several projects that are going on here in Louisville and around the region. That is one part of the overall strategy to help bring more homes to vacant lots. That's one of the great solutions, and you can go and see some of their finished products not too far from where we stand today. I will defer. The question was about the income affordability. Afterwards, you can chat with with Tia and the team. 80%. Okay, but Tia and Joseph will have more information on that. Any other questions on anything else? All right. Thank you all very much. Have a good
Through
day.
every note, every performance, the arts connect us. The arts connect us through joy and through awe, bridging cultures and generations. From intimate theaters to the grandest stages, the arts bring us together, reminding us that we're never truly alone. When we experience the arts, we experience each other. Kentucky Performing Arts. The arts connect us.
Hey y'all, I'm Attica Scott, former Kentucky State Representative, and you're joining me today on State Watch Nights.
We will continue to provide more information.
Former Kentucky State Representative, and you're joining me today on State Watch Nights.